Hey there, my dear Virgo. Welcome to this mid-month August reading. I want to offer you an invitation to consider what is going on right now with you when it comes to relationships and love and romance. I feel that this reading is going to scratch an itch for you, and I cannot wait to see what the cards have to say. We are also going to finish the reading with some tapping, so please do stick around for the very end of the reading. I'll put a few minutes of personalized tapping for you Virgos that reflects what we find in the cards today when it comes to love and romance. So the first card I want to pick is from the bottom of the deck, because this is often what you're not seeing. Okay. We have the Six of Cups, and then let me draw the other cards. And we'll get it all set up. And then we'll see, for my dear Virgos, what is it that you're not seeing right now when it comes to love? Okay, bottom of the cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups, and you can see the keywords: harmony, childhood, reconciliation. So there are these two figures, and they are very quiet. There's a sense of deepness about it. I was going to say sadness, but I'm not quite sure that it's sadness. But there's some kind of reconciliation that is necessary for you. Something in your relationships is out of balance. Things have never quite worked out. There's been a lot of start and stop, start and stop. And that's because there's something involving a relationship from your childhood that is interfering with your ability to trust the divine to bring you the love that will change your life. Okay? This could be a child who is out of communication with their parent, and even as an adult, you feel your own security, your emotional security, depended on a separation between you and someone. But you're not who you used to be, and there is a cup that is ready to be shared. Okay? So what you're not seeing, my dear Virgo, is that there's something in your childhood, and that's perfect for tapping. So I'm tickled that you're here. And we're going to take care of this block to your ability to receive love. Okay? So let's take a look at our cards for the rest of the reading. And what we have, ooh, nice cards. Okay, so what we have is we have the immediate past, a problem that needs to be devised or solved right now, what's going on right now in the energy. And we have your advice from Spirit, okay? So I'm so excited because my gut on this card is going to be revealed. How, you may ask? Because this Queen of Swords, let's read our keywords: strength, ambition, and truth. This is you through and through, Virgo. Experience after experience throughout your life, you have had to stand strong. Some people misinterpret you and they feel like you're judgmental. But the reality is the disappointments of life have created the need for you to separate quickly, maybe too quickly sometimes. I always think off with their head, from Alice in Wonderland. And notice how tightly she's grasping her sword. Just the absolute commitment to taking care of herself, to not wanting to trust again. So this does fit with our thing. There's a sense of being estranged from something, being cut off from something. Even if it's not a person, what happens is you can pinch off your ability to receive love, not because you would choose it, but because something in your unconscious mind thinks that you're safer. Now, I did pick this pink background, and I just found on my camera, on my phone, which I did not realize, is that when I flip on the light, there's a light, but it made everything sparkle. And I wish you can, I think you can see the sparkle in the background, but it made me realize that at this particular time for you, there's a lot of collaborative, cooperative energy in personalities. Things are getting stirred up in a good way. So, in the recent past, and even maybe far distant past, my dear Virgo, you have needed to take care of yourself, and sometimes some relationships got cut off and they weren't finished. They're just not finished, so their energy hangs out with you. Okay, let's take a look at the Judgment card. First, the keywords: acceptance, awakening, and assessment. Boy, those are three powerful words, aren't they? And so, taking back, or going like make a sandwich of it, I think that the assessment is what's going on for you right now. When I see the pink in these angels' wings, what I'm also seeing is the pink of the background. So I believe that there is abundant angelic assistance for you here right now. This might be near someone's birthday. Maybe there's a Leo involved. But there's something around this time for you. It's like a pause in the storm that's helped you take an assessment of what you really want. When it comes to love, you want a partner, or you want a friend, someone who gets you, someone to hang out with, someone that would say, "Hi, how was your day, darling?" This is a desire that is a natural desire. So a part of you has been in battle, so to speak, with the part of you that does not want to give up their strength. They know what they need. They don't want to see someone or consider someone because of something that happened in the past. And yet, through this assessment, you are ready for acceptance. When I look at her face, I see a mature face compared to these children. And you see now that cutting off someone for your own good it worked for you in the past. But right now it's interfering with your ability to receive love, to attract love, and to enjoy love. There is an awakening that's happening. There is no accident that you're watching this reading, my dear Virgo. There is no accident. At this point, when you accept, that's all. Accept it in a deeper way. I will help you with the tapping in a few minutes. You will open something up. See the trumpet? There will be a resounding sound of your release, of your joy, of your desire to let this thing go. And look at the beautiful card, advice from your angels. We have the Strength card. So here in your past, where you had to depend on your own devices, literally, you had to depend on your own ideas and your own actions to protect yourself. That's what you believed. But when you choose the spiritual way, when you choose energy work to release the pain of that past, the awakening allows you to accept and receive the divine's protection. One of my favorite quotes, and maybe you've heard it, is that rejection is actually protection. And so when certain partners have rejected you in the past, it was protecting you because you were not able to, you were not magnetized to who you truly are, because you are not off with their heads, not even close. There is a tenderness and a sweetness within your soul that it gets disguised by your intelligence and by your ability to draw those sharp lines. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do our tapping, and we're going to ask for the courage, strength, and control that you've always wanted. But when it's coming from the core of you, when it's coming from the love that is you on the deep inside, when that happens, you're able to absorb the strength from the universe or from the divine or from God, whatever works for you. And that's the only way to sustain a relationship. Humans are not strong enough to hold a relationship together by themselves without some sort of energetic electricity coming from universal forces or from God. I'm 72 years old right now. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've made a ton of mistakes trying to protect myself. And little did I know that some people would so misinterpret me because my actions did not match my heart. Because I've been tapping for 20 years, and I've had to learn how to reframe some pretty tough stuff in my childhood. And now I'm able to see better, and I'm able to get out of my own way. Okay, so now we are going to tap in the community section of the of my channel. There I post the tapping map, which shows you the spots on your body where you will be tapping. Okay, so I will always be posting that. If you're really a newcomer and you just don't know what to do, you can always just bump your inner wrists together, just like this, ever so gently, as you repeat my statements. But for those of you who know tapping well and love it, please do follow along and just do the best you can. Remember, anytime we're using our fingertips, tapping the spots around our upper body, we're creating a body connection, a mind-body connection. And the science is starting to show what spiritual people have known for a long time, and that is that there is an energy field that is surrounding, encompassing, and living within you, and that when that energy system is all systems go, things seem to work out no matter what. All right, so now I'm going to tap first on the side of my hand. We call that the karate chop point, and I'm going to be tapping with all 4 fingers of my right hand. So pick your hand. All of the tapping points are meridians that have been around for thousands of years from Asian culture. And so tapping leans on ancient tradition, just for your FYI, on the side of the hand. And I thank Brad Yates, one of my teachers, and I love his channel. I will post it in the community. And he always starts off by saying, taking responsibility for my own well-being. Go ahead and repeat after me. And then keep tapping on the side of the hand for a few statements. And it's easy, just repeat after me. Even though there's a part of me that sees the correctness of this perspective, there's another part of me that is cringing. And even though I don't understand that inner conflict, I completely love and accept myself. Good job. Even though a part of me wants to have someone who gets me and is patient with me more than I can say, there's another part of me that is intimidated at the thought of being open. You're just normal, you know, Virgo. And even though that creates an inner conflict, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and anyone else who caused me to think this way. We were all doing the best we could. Okay, good. On the eyebrow point, right where the eyebrow meets the bridge of the nose. I wish it was easier. Side of the eye. I know they didn't intend to do it. Underneath the eye. I know they were in their own drama. Underneath the nose. But it hurt my feelings nonetheless. Collarbone. I felt misunderstood on the rib point. That's the lowest rib right underneath your breast. I felt angry and guilty all at the same time underneath the arm. When I finally could manage it, on the top of the head with all 4 fingertips, all I wanted to do was escape. Eyebrow, and I did. Side of the eye, I escaped, and it was good for everyone. Underneath the eye, the drama stopped. Underneath the nose, I didn't get lonely. Chin, I got determined. Collarbone, I got busy. Rib point, and decades went by. Underneath the arm, and now I'm doing an assessment. Top of the head, I'm taking a look at exactly where I am. Eyebrow, and I can tell myself the truth. Side of the eye, I do want to feel more loved. Underneath the eye, more accepted. Underneath the eye, more connected. Chin, and more confident. Collarbone, I'm willing to ask the divine for help. Rib point, help. Underneath the arm, spirit, lift my spirits. I just burped right now, which I always like to say, don't be surprised if you have like burping, yawning, hiccups. Strange things happen with tapping, and it's perfectly okay. Energy's moving. Top of the head. I don't want to live like I've been living. Eyebrow, I don't want to intimidate people. Side of the eye, I want to get along easily. Underneath the eye, even if I have to be a little humble. Underneath the nose, even if I have to surrender the right to be right. Collarbone, today I'm making a decision. Rib point, I want to find the love I've always longed for. Underneath the arm, and I'm starting with a love for my adorable self. Top of the head, even though I am my own worst critic at times. Okay, good. Now we're going to tap on the center of your chest, right on your sternum. And let's take a breath. And one more breath. Excellent. And now repeat after me. I release to the cellular level any old vows and promises that I made that are separating me from my highest good and no longer useful for me. I release to the cellular level any old resentments or frustrations that I've been holding on to because that's not serving me anymore. And I want to be connected for love. One more. I release to the core of my being, back through all of my experiences, and even into the experiences of my ancestors. I release any poverty consciousness that has impacted my love and money life, that are simply no longer valid. They are null and void. Okay, good. Now place your hand over your chest. Put your palm right where you were just tapping. And then breathing as if your palm is breathing into your heart. For 2 nice breaths. Go ahead and sigh on the outflow. Good. And then repeat after me. I am so happy and relieved now that I can choose to let go of these old hurts. I am overjoyed and grateful now that I can sweep out the cobwebs and welcome new experiences into my life. I am so happy and grateful now that my heart is clear and ready for love. Thank you so much, Spirit, for guiding my steps. Okay, very well done. Now, it's important to take care of yourself. Be sure to stay hydrated. Don't be surprised if you have tears, or if you get sleepy, take a nap. Feel free to listen to this reading again. A lot of times my clients will listen to a tapping 2 to 3 times, and then it'll just get kind of dry. There'll be no spark to it, and that's how you know that the power of it has dissipated. I'm going to be doing more of these readings because I do want to offer people this tapping. I love it so much. I've been tapping over 20 years and it has changed my life. So my darling Virgo, I hope you enjoyed your love reading for the rest of August, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tapping and tarot call. Go forth and prosper, my friends.